or corn or yeah, or just like lumber, silver, stuff like that. Yeah, you use this stuff for like a prime material or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we can find the definition online. But yeah, the dollar, you can see it as a material for trade because it's what mainly nations use to trade with, to do business with, to trade other commodities with, to trade markets, you know, to settle anything. They use the dollar. So, can the dollar being strong, it means that uh, it's I mean, some people see it as a stronger commodity that people are picking up in times of like inflation and stuff like that. Which is weird because you would think the currency will devaluate on inflationary periods, but the dollar being as strong as it is, it has a different role on the world than just being a currency. It's a medium of exchange for everything. So, Okami, you changed your name. Okay, that wasn't Bilal, that's Okami. Oh, I need to take my girl to the nail salon, do like a little, like a couples relaxing date. Might do something like that. I don't know if couples do that, but I'll probably do that. Head to the salon. Yeah, yeah. I don't even know where to go in El Paso. I've never been to one. So I guess we'll give it a couple minutes. But you guys got anything that you guys want to chart
I've
that
I've been looking at Apple to the downside on the weekly. It looks like
yes. Me too. Me too. Me, you, and Alfonso. We've been looking at this because I have my normal. This is Apple Daily right here. Because whenever you have it's looking on the screen, I know you're not really too familiar with Thinkorswim, but right here will tell you the time frame I'm looking at. Right, the D being the daily,
daily. Yeah.
and if I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, you'll see like the shaded areas, which is pre-market and whatnot, right?
Hmm.
Uh, so we actually went below and traded below the support, but this is why sometimes you need confirmation and whatnot because you start joining puts right here and essentially makes a bounce. Just a little poke doesn't matter. Any uh, like any candle on a higher time frame, like an hourly, did not close below it, so it's like invalid. Even though it went up below it, it's invalid.
It only
No,
touched.
yeah, no close below it, no body below it, doesn't count. So, but it is looking bearish. Why do we have the support on Apple? Is because we have this. It's usually my levels on Apple. It looks like I have a bunch of stuff. Uh, but I can create different drawing sets on this, and essentially, when we went to the weekly, I don't know if you guys are familiar with, but we have the what's it called inside candles. Uh, so basically, that we have a bigger candle on the left and a smaller candle on the right that it's within the range of this one. It's all it means is consolidation. So it's like if you were to take the highs, right? Take the lows. Once it breaks either way, it's like you're taking a direction. But this is not a confirmed like I guess breakdown of the flag until you take this low of this candle of the inside one. So you take this low, you start heading down. But so it's something that we're looking for. So the low of this candle, it's this purple line that I have right here. So we did trade it. It's a little poke below it. No confirmation, no trade to the downside, but I do think this hits lower. I think once it breaks down, it hits lower. We start seeing some downtrend. So when I look at Apple on a like I say on a weekly time frame, let me do out of let's go to Apple Clean. Oh, not even yeah. let's do this. Yeah. So when I look at, I use moving averages a lot, right? So when I look at this, that is, it trades below the 20 sometimes, so not reach, doesn't reach the 50. This is the blue one is my 50 EMA and the red one is my 20 EMA. So it doesn't reach this below that much. So this is still viable. This is still a viable pullback that it does right here, right? And it does it right here again. So if we trade below it, it's probably a good place. You combine it with some other levels, right? Let's say we start trading below this right here. Like on the short term, we can tell that when this when this gets taken out, this is probably going to be trading around these levels again below the 20 moving average. You know, it doesn't mean that Apple's going to be crashing down, but you can do a small trade right here. But you have to wait for this low to be taken out. And then once you start heading up, you're going to look for a place where this could catch a bit, right? Stand to the left. Let's see if this is a trend. Not really. Let's cancel this extension. Okay. So we'll look to see if this is a trend with this lows right here. Once it reaches the level, you can take the opportunity to go long on it, or you can trade Apple to the downside until it reaches either the 20 or this trend line right here, right? So yes, I'm looking for that, and I think on the daily, I'm sorry, on the daily, we're still not. I use RSI, for I'm sorry, this is a week on the daily. So RSI below 50 is bearish. It's bearish already. So it's at 48 right now. So it is looking for more downside. But like I said again, it has to take this low, this candle low right here. Was it? No. It's today's Thursday, Wednesday. So this candle low, is that the candle weekly low? No, this candle low. I was looking too far back. Okay, so this candle low right here, which was the first Monday, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. So yeah, so stats. To answer your question, yes, we look for this low to get taken up, all right, and to have a candle close on this purple line. And then this will be the first target, 146.41, and then when you look at the trend lines and whatnot, you'll look for like this level for as an ultimate target. If you have any runners, if you left the whole position in and it's working, you don't want to shoot more than that because it's still an uptrend. I mean, you just gotta zoom out and Apple just goes up all the time, right? Until it doesn't. So we got that. And Facebook's one of the ones that I like to short actually. It's looking bearish as well. We made let me clean my chart. So we did book a high right here above this level, but it is trending down. So below the moving averages. Once you're below the 20, it's like your downtrend is still on, You're still on the downtrend. So it's very important, and on the weekly, we're looking at creating an inside bar this week unless we break lower. So it doesn't look bullish at all. Doesn't look bullish at all. So we'll see. And I look at like a QQQ on the. We have this major channel that we have right here that I've been following since forever. We poke above it, and I was like I guess we're bullish. I wasn't gonna short it right here, but I guess I mean now everything is not exact science, right? So now that it's pulling back, I think if it maintains the channel, this thing could be pulling back to either this highs right here to this level and it'll match the 20 moving average, or at some point the 50, and it stay within the channel again, and that'll bring the Facebook back to those levels. So it's something that to watch for, right? And obviously the RSI is looking way weaker, 45, and on the weekly it's at 46. So yes, it's looking right. Anybody got another? Oh, no charge. I saw that. No charge. That's nice. I'll make sure to visit. What part of California and what city? If you don't mind asking, you don't mind me asking. Because I go to San Diego or Bay Area, San Francisco. Never been there. I'll try to be there one day. It's a very expensive place. But yes, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. So I might go through a couple of setups that I like for that we have probably missed our perfect entry, right? But there's still upside on those. So we have inflation fears. We have gold and silver moving up on that, commodities especially. So gold, dollar, silver. So we have slides. I like this. I'm gonna go over silver first. I like the setup. We have I don't know if you guys can see it, but we have a shoulder, a head, and another shoulder right here. And we have this neckline. So people don't trade this patterns of the head and shoulders until they break the neckline, right? Sometimes if I can spot that this could be a potential head and shoulders, I'll try to join around this area, right? Like it essentially what this is, it's not a magical pattern or anything like that, but it's a change of downtrend. So when you do with market moves in like zigzags, right? So it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or 2 steps back, 1 step forward, depends on the whatever direction you're going. So when you're in a downtrend, and we're on the weekly right here, we're making it 2 steps down, 1 step up, 2 step down, 1 step up, 2 step down, 1 step up, 2 steps down. And instead of making 1 step up only, we make 2 steps up, meeting resistance. And now you make 1 step down, and instead of making a lower low, you make a higher low, and you go up. You have changed the trend. So instead of looking like this, going down, now you're looking like this, going up. Right? So it's a change of trend. That's something to keep in mind. It's not a magical pattern. It just means that we have changed directions. And it's pretty cool because since we have the head and shoulders, a lot of the times this is our measure moves, right? We take the low of the head, the tip of the head, to the neckline right here. You extrapolate the move to the top of the neckline, and this will be your price target. Where is this price target? Exactly, well, not exactly, but very close to this resistance area. You see that? So there is very valuable that we might hit this 26.11 or so, and I will adjust it to match more peaks right here, more resistances on the weekly. Now it's not gonna go in a straight line, right? Because of the 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So when I look at this on the daily, this will probably be looking like it wants to either hit this and retrace and go up. At any point in time, we can take the trade actually, and we might just take it, or I might just take it. RSI on the daily super strong. It's at 68, almost to the overbought area, but I mean it can stay overbought for almost long. And yes, this is like a nice trade. And macro wise, we have inflation, and also I think I'm gonna go over gold now. So I'll show you guys something else. So gold on the weekly. we have a different setup than the other one, right? It's not a head and shoulders or anything like that, but you have essentially broken out of this resistance right here. So this has been a peak on many weeks, right? It hits a peak, it hits the peak rejection, it hits the peak rejection, and now you smash through. So you look at different areas where this can stop at, and it'll look at gap fills like this, the top of the gap fill, and the start of the gap fill and the top of the gap fill will be a little resistance and so on, not. And then the very ultimate resistance will be this one, right? On the weekly, you'll see yeah, this is a very important resistance. And why? Because you'll see that it acted as support before. So the market will be looking to sell this on the way up now that you're trading below it. This one's having a strong RSI as well. It recovered to the 60s on the weekly, and on the daily, it's up on the 70s already on the overbought area, but it doesn't matter. It's the overbought for how long, but yeah, this broke through the resistance on the CPI data. We know, like on pre-market, right? So it gave no really entry for options traders like us at any point. Like, okay, I set an alert, it breaks through, have to buy options sometime, right? But I mean, it's already up so much, you have to wait for a retracement or so. This one will be hard to get an entry on, honestly. This will be a little hard to get an entry on. We like retrace or something to this area, probably. This will be a little hard. Actually, silver is a little more clear. But I want to show gold because there's something interesting on gold. And I'm gonna open my time frame for 5 years. Let's do 5 years. So let's say we're on the weekly, and we're gonna be looking at, let's start for the 18. So in 18, at the start of December, we usually have like a season of Russian gold to the beginning of the year, until the end of the year, and at the first month, the first weeks of the year, right? This is on 2018. 2019, we have about starting at around 11, 12 right here in November. So about 2 years ago, right? We have a season of gold going up at the end of the year into the first months of the next year. And then we have a season of 2000. Oh, that was 2018. This is 2018. I went back to 2017. Sorry. It starts on November as well. We have the last weeks of the year going strong on gold, and then to the first weeks of the year right here. And this, now we're on 2020, and the same thing, last weeks of the year. And I guess at the beginning of the year, did not maintain, but just using a little bit of statistical data, that gold is strong at the end of the year. So we're at this area again. We see this line right here, 2021. So we might see a few weeks of continuation of this, and call me crazy, but I mean, I'm actually very long Bitcoin and whatnot, but gold is still a big thing. I mean, it'll take a couple of years for Bitcoin to eat gold, but for the meantime, we can trade this off, right? It's a 10 trillion market cap or something like that, or 9 trillion. So, and it'll move more than silver. So I'll try to see what's best to trade on this, but this will be a good trade right here. Those are the setups I like. So far, like I said, RSI is still strong, but the daily on gold is it just moves so erratic. Probably best to look at gold futures. Let's see what the ticker is. Gold futures. GC. Yeah, it's GC. So this one will look better, you know, like we're not gonna trade futures, obviously, but you'll see on the daily less of gaps and whatnot, and we can probably see the picture a little clearer on regards of how to trade this, right? So yeah, what would be great if this thing pulls back to this resistance. If we have like a retest right here, we hit down right here, and then we will move up like this. And then you define your risk, picking up a position right here. And then if it drops lower, you cut it, because we're playing the retest of the resistance into more continuation. And then and if it works, well, it works. We'll look at our, oops, sorry. We will look at our price targets. Yes, that's what I got. Those are the main ones I have, and obviously I look at dollar. I wish I could trade it because that one's superb right now. Look at it go right now. It's just going and going. This thing doesn't stop. I mean, it's being traded right now. I don't trade forex, but what I will do is look for like weakness on a pair against the dollar. Since the dollar is breaking out, I'll look to short any other whatever is weak against the dollar right now. But it's gonna hit 95.74 for sure. Right, looking at the week. Either by tomorrow or the next week. Let's see. Anything else that you guys want to look at? You got anything, okay? Any setups that you like to see, or any continuous plays that we have, or something that it's on your mind?
Curious, Cube, like there's obviously a lot of tickers out there. How do you guys find ones to trade? Because I notice like every day it's random tickers that I've sometimes never heard before. So
Yeah.
I'm just curious, like how do you guys like find tickers, or how do you guys, throw out trades for us?
Yeah, 90% of the time we don't know what the companies are about, and we look at stuff like mentioning of the stickers on by various traders, and also by volume. A lot of them are, there's the scanners for like gap ups and gaps downs, and also for volume changes. So that's why usually in the mornings, if you guys tune in like well, we start like at 6 a.m. We do separate watch lists, right? But me and Alfonso are looking at 6 a.m. to what's potentially a mover, and we look at that. We also look at we just some of the times in like large caps, we browse through them to see if they have a good setup. So I think Lucid was a good example of today. Like Lucid did not trigger anything special on the scanners or anything like that. No unusual volume, right, on the pre-market or anything like that. But we had a lot of people talking about EV stocks in the morning. EV stocks like that, and obviously Tesla that could have a rebound and whatnot. So we look for similar plays, and also if the ticker is looking like a bullish setup, like we had a run up on after hours on Lucid, and essentially overtook the daily open of the day before. So like it's looking like a reversal at that point when it does that. And EVGO, I think it came out that one through the volume one. So this one, I think I don't know if you look at this on my left side right here. This is like a scanner of volume 30 volume about 30-day average. And EVGO was in there, has been there for like a couple of days. I think somewhere. I probably should go by. I don't know. It's not showing enough. I think I should probably pop it up or something. But it's not showing right now because the market's closed. But oh, there's a stock called Kubi. What? But anyway, they come up on the scanner, right? Like say like this one just came up on the scanner and it's having more than volume than its 30-day average, you know. So its average, looking at the volume rise bars right now, it's probably around this much. Just by a rough estimate. I can go calculate it, but it's just a rough estimate. And now that it's having a above average, it's hitting the scanners, right? So we'll look at stuff like that. We'll look at inside candles. We'll look at news and earnings movers, because I think lately we've been playing a lot of earnings gap ups and gap downs. So yeah, this one was on the scanner EVGO. If you look at why is in the scanner, you look at all the volume bars, the average is about this much right here. This much is the average, and it's been 4 or 5 days of above average. And that's once we set the ticker that we want to trade, we look at what's the resistance that we want to take. I think Alfonso had an alert on this high. So you break above this high, and the trade has confirmed that that EVGO has overtaken the candles, the last candle's highs. And then we look at potential price targets. This will be the next daily candle high. And then if it has overtaken that, we look at more to the left and look at weekly levels. I don't know why I don't have EVGO charted of weekly. This one right here, this one right here, this one right here, this one right here, this one right here. So we look at weekly levels, and essentially what the stock did was kind of respect those levels. If you mean like once we hit the resistance, we get rejection. Once we go above it, we get support. Once we hit this line, which is right here, we have rejection. We get support at the same level. It breaks this through. And this action was right below it and above the support line. So a lot of fake outs, you know, because people are gonna be thinking that it's broke support, it's time to short it. It pushes the shorts back up and whatnot. But yeah, that's what we do. We look at those, a lot of touches on the dailies to be stronger than the rest. So that'll be color coding stuff like this. This too will be color coded because those are important. And yes, this ended up, this one is that I will color code it from the weekly, ended up being the high of the day. And if we go trade higher, this could be the high of the next day, or it could be the major resistance that we hit until the next day. If this keeps running up. Does that answer your question?
Yes, which leads to my next questions. Would you guys consider yourself more of scalpers or like day traders? I noticed a lot of the swings doesn't really work out well. And I'm just curious, is you guys are only looking at that day only?
I've been working on my day trading abilities because I'm better at swing trading. And I know some of, I don't know what's my win rate percentage lately on the room. I think Boeing has been a bad one, but I think from the latest trades I remember, Win worked out and FSOY worked out. Some, I think Boeing right now is the one that's keeping. But Alfonso is better. He's not very comfortable at swing trading because I can sense it. I can sense it. I think when joined Dollar General, the chart looked prime and he wanted to get out on the first day. When the next day it was gonna run. But yes, Alfonso's a lot better at the scalping and day trading than I am not. I end up selling too early and whatnot. Um, but yes, I think Alfonso does like you don't hear him calling out so many X's and entries because he's doing them on the side. And essentially it's because he plays also, besides playing levels, he plays percentages. So it's a method of risk management. So even though the play might go for a 300, 400, 500%, which we don't know, he'll be scaling out most of the position at 30%. You know, so because I mean, there's once you have 30%, you have it depends on how many countries you got. It's I mean, it's a pretty good consistent way to keep gains. You know what I mean? Because of a lot of the times, like I think I could use open as an example today, that which I did as a what I did as a mistake. All right. I took calls right away, right here, when it started. Like I even go to a 2-minute chart. I took calls. I'll go to a 1-minute chart so you can see. So I took calls right when this candle started taking this open candle right here. I took calls right here. I was up around 30 or something percent right here, and I already had this color-coded line right here from a resistance on the day, and I did not take profits. This is where my inability of scalping or day trading or being fast comes, right? But once I see a 5-minute candle go like this, like a huge rejection, huge wick like that, that's when I decided, like, this is not gonna work out. This is a blow off top. Immediate rejection like that, it's just not gonna work out. That's why I decided to pull out of that trade. But like I said, I think of being a scalper, if I was a good scalper, if I was a good intraday trader, I would have taken those profits right here, because this line is right here, but then my emotions, I think I got on this trade because I thought, like, okay, I'm bullish on open door, the whole company and the earnings, and then I'm pretty sure it's gonna smash through this resistance, and it did not. So does that answer your question? Like Alfonso it's because this is I think
I
I don't know
think
if you have. Go ahead.
no, so like I joined his VIP room like last month, right?
Yeah.
And it was definitely a lesson learned, because I didn't know how his style, right? And I noticed that a lot of the trades, as soon as we enter, it either spikes up or it goes down, and it goes really fast. And and I think where I fell initially was, like, for example, let's say you or him caught a play that has an expiration date like 2 weeks out. I'm assuming in my head, oh, okay, this probably is a swing. But it turns out it's not a swing, it's a day trade, but you guys were just giving a little bit more time. And so I holding on to it, thinking, okay, my stop loss will be like 50%. By the time the next day when I wake up, it's already like 60% or whatnot, right? So I think initially, because I didn't understand the style of the trading, that I just kept holding on. And oftentimes, like, there are days where there's 10, 15 like tickers that are being like thrown out. And of course, stupid me, I'm like, okay, I'm taking all of it. Right. So I think that's where, like, I failed miserably, because it does move very fast. And now I'm sort of learning that scalping might be better based on.
How do you feel with your execution? Like, how do you feel how fast do you feel like you are when you enter and exit a trade?
I think right now I'm getting better at it. And so lately I'm better, right?
What's a platform?
I stop. I'm sorry?
What's a platform you use?
Robinhood.
Yeah, that's a problem, right? That's a problem. But I hope you get a good hang of the execution that you like, because being as fast as they are, sometimes, you know, like like if I'm trading on, because I got accounts everywhere, right? But if I'm trading on Thinkorswim and I want to buy, I have like a separate window on another screen right here, which is the option chain, and which is attached to the ticker I'm watching. So if I take this and change it to win or to, I don't know, gold, if I want to join the trade, you'll see that I have the option chain on the of this right here. So even if, like, if I'm looking at the, let's say side by side, the chart, I'm gonna say like go open right here, and then I'll be looking at the opening price and how it's gonna move, and then I have the option chain ready, you know, because sometimes you have to have the contracts ready. I have like about 50 strikes usually on the option chain to show, and then just right click right here, and if I see like a 1 cent spread on in between the options, I can hold control and click it, and it automatically buys it at the ask price. If I want to do a limit order, I just click it and this pops up like this. This pops up and I can choose like limit or whatever, and then I'll just try with the limits and whatnot. It's one of my keys and stuff, and then hit confirm, send, click, and then it'll tell me if I fail or not, you know. So it's very important that your execution is fast, because of how, if let's say, like I said, sometimes it's fast, you know, we don't know how fast a trade is gonna go, right? And for me to have hit like open this morning and do it right, I'll have to be ready for a sharp move up like this, because if it was a slow move, then I have my time to, once it hits this, I sell, right? So execution is very important, and management, right? Like I know some people like Belawa and I don't know who else have been following this little rule that I have. If I'm 20, sometimes if I'm 10% or 20% up, I immediately, like, once you join a position right here, it'll at least on Thinkorswim, it'll show me right here what I got, and if it if it's negative or profitable by how much amount. And if I see 10%, I go right here, the stop or stop limit, and then I set up my stop loss at break even. You know, it's a little rule that I have, and maybe some people like it, some people don't. And some people don't like it because a lot of the times it'll come back, it'll kick you out, and then it'll go, you know what I mean? But sometimes it'll save you from losses, so it's a give and take. However you feel, you trade on your phone or on your computer? Because I use Robinhood on the computer sometimes.
No, I trade on my phone. I actually tried like Webull and TOS, but it was just like very complicated to me. And so I just stopped, and it's just easier with Robinhood.
They're complicated, but they're rewarding once you know them, because it's just that
Yeah.
you can even go like to the settings right here, and at some point, I think somewhere general orders, start display, looking for, I don't remember what, active trader. There's a option somewhere right here to remove the delay on the trades, you know. So that's very important, you know what I mean? All of
See,
the
even
brokers
this
have
part
delays.
is complicated.
No, I mean, there's delays between brokers, and if you remove the delay, your orders will go through faster. Why not? You know. So
No, but I don't necessarily think that the fill is slow with Robinhood. Because usually as soon as you guys like call out a ticker, or you guys call out, okay, this certain call, I'm already on it at that time, right?
yeah,
And it usually feel, but again, like the ones that don't feel are the ones that are like moving so fast, right?
yeah,
Yeah, and even if I do like the market, or I don't change the the bid ask price, like it's sometimes it just doesn't happen because the price, the stock price had already like climbed up climb up so fast already.
Sometimes you have to identify if it's a fast mover and if you're looking to join the trade right away and just hit the ask, you know, and it all depends on the spread. You know, this is something that when you look at an option chain that has like Apple, that's very liquid. That's very, very liquid. And you look at the option chain and it's always 1 cent or 2 cents apart, you know, usually. Just hit the market order or not even market order, hit the ask, you know what I mean? Hit the 88 because you're only 2 cents. It's all right. It's you're paying $2 more. So it doesn't hurt that much. Obviously you want the maximums as again as you want, but if you want to get in, just hit the ask, you know. So yeah, and it also depends on the spread, you know, like let me think of a liquid option chain, Fiverr probably. So let's say that you have this option chain right here. I don't know if you see the numbers, but no way I'll be hitting a market order on this thing, you know, no way. So I'll be looking to enter like 200s at 140 or 145, you know. I'm not gonna hit the ask unless I think it's gonna move super fast, right? But yeah, so execution is fast, and yeah, it depends. Some people are fast, and I don't know what you guys do on Robinhood. I swear, nobody knows. That's what you used to trade with. If you're here, he's probably not here. Another question, okay? I'm all ears. Yes, Okami. Let's see, Baba. You're afraid to use your bike? Don't be afraid. Baba is good. It's looking good. So, you see, let's see. I would have been faking out of Baba with this candle, looking at it right now. So we'll see if this candle can do it. But basically, you're trading above the moving averages. You're closing above the 50 right here. What will be bullish actually if we have the 20 EMA cross the 50. The short-term candles will indicate more bullishness into the next stage, right? Let's look at it on the weekly time frame, and I'm gonna do another try set. Okay, so weekly time frame. Actually, I'm gonna go to a monthly real quick. So monthly will help me set up the strongest supports that are available. Color coded white. This would be a good resistance right here. Yes, monthly resistance right here. Right here. It's color coded purple. I don't know whatever the color is. And let's see. Let's see what else can we see. Have this high. This high right here. Yeah, this will be your downtrend. Weekly charts. Okay. Now going by the weekly chart, you do have as for now head and shoulders actually on the weekly, same as silver. I don't know if you guys remember the same setup. Nice find because it's nice. It's nice. People are gonna notice this head and shoulders later on. So it's not perfect because the shoulder was all the way over here, so it's like a crooked. This guy has body dysphoria right now. But essentially, you had on a weekly time frame, you had a downtrend right here, and you are putting a higher low right here. Instead of putting a lower high right here, it came back down to this high, to the resistance, and it's making a, if the next week is higher, it's essentially has put in a lower high. I mean, I'm sorry, a higher low. I'm sorry, this is a low, and it's higher than this low, so it's a higher low. So we'll be looking to change the trend to the upside right here, possibly on the weekly time frame. So people sometimes will not join this trade until you break the neckline, but I'm willing to take a chance. Yes, I think I can do the move from the head to the neckline. Upside. Take this out, put it up right here, and it'll give me this resistance. Makes sense. It makes total sense. Very technical, fine. You extend it to the left, you'll see that this is also a support on the weekly. So this will be a color coded as well. If we have that break, here, okay. So now for a daily, we go. So we have this basically crooked head and shoulders, neckline right here. Either you join until the neckline breaks, and it'll be two things. If this goes higher, breaks this neckline and breaks this downtrend, I think Baba will go for this, for 216 at least, you know. But a lot of the times the stocks like Baba could reach this level by earnings, and then once it reaches this level, it's gonna do a make or break because it's at this level. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes the stocks will go very technical. So best place to enter, best place will be somewhere around this trend line. If you can manage to get somewhere around this trend line, and if not, you can risk it already, a stomach downside if it comes, and then let's see if it comes up on earnings like this. So I think this might go up on earnings. There's a daily resistance right here. RSI at 53 on the weekly, on the daily. Resistance right here. Resistance right here. Okay, I know it's a lot of lines, but you always have to consider this short-term lines. You know what I mean? If I go to the to this right here, if Baba starts going up, like if we take calls, let's say tomorrow becomes a trade. If we take calls, yes, this will be places to look at, and this will be the major place to either get out, take profits, and I don't think it'll reach it one day, right? Unless it goes parabolic. But nice find. I like it. I like that one coming. Yeah, busted head and shoulders. Yeah, it is. They're still the same pattern, but remember, it's not about that. Oh, the market looks at it is more filled in a pattern. It's all human psychology. So since you put a higher low, you have changed the direction of the stock at this point. No more downside for per se. Because if you look back, it will make a low, a high, a lower low, lower high. This essentially was a higher low. So it was looking to change the trend right here, but no higher high. So a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So all the stuff, you know what I mean? So it's a 2 steps down, 1 step up. And I think it's best seen on the weekly. So I always go to high time frames, you know, higher time frames, and look at the left. Color code your resistances as stronger as they are, you know. So So it took me a while. Actually, no, for charting, it didn't take me that long. So when I discovered that you could click the mouse wheel on the screen and this comes up, I was faster because I was looking. I used to click right here, drawings, drawing tools, whatnot. So my mouse wheel, the mouse wheel right here, you know, you just click the mouse wheel and now you have this right away. So that became faster. So whenever I want to try a train line, and another important thing is that if you draw like let's say a level, because this is usually like a price level, I just double click it, right? Well, the default one, when you do the price level, it's actually like, let's set to factory default. It's just a red line. Yeah, yeah, we can do a session of how to set up Thinkorswim, because it's important, you know. Game changers for me was when I knew this could come up. Another game changer for me was I knew that I don't even have it on, but you can have a bar of studies right here. That when you put your mouse, bar of studies comes up, and if you can just click in and to activate and deactivate if you want to see like MACD or moving average or whatever, you know, without having it all the way always on the screen. And another game changer is knowing that you can detach anything right here. I mean, you can detach this and you have it right here. There's the same thing that I have right here. It's right here now. Detach it. So why is this a game changer? Because when you go to the trade tab and you look, and I used to take a long time to go to the option chain and go right here and look for the contract. I'm not looking at the chart anymore, and that's annoying because I don't know what the stock is doing. So what I started doing was detach it. So now I detach it, detach, and now you have it right here, and then you can trade off of here. So game changer. So yes, we'll do a little class on a weekend. For people that are interested in Thinkorswim, because I don't chart. I do chart sometimes on TradingView, but only cryptos, and I'm not proficient with the speed and everything that it takes. Because what people do on TradingView is use a lot of hotkeys. So, oh yeah, when I was looking at this price level, when you do edit properties, you can do like the dotted line, show the price to the right, the color that you want, you set as default, and then now every time you do it, it's gonna show up like that. So that's a great game changer too. When you can customize your drawing, and I always do the customization, you know, because Fibonacci's I have it in a different color, not all the levels, you know, it's already customized for you. So, and don't be afraid. I used to be afraid of Thinkorswim next. I used to be afraid. It's unlike. Yes. No, yeah. And it's a steep learning curve, but once you get it, so you're gonna like it. I mean, you have I started doing watch lists right here. And when I look at all the sectors ETF, I know how the spiders are performing. I know whenever I look at okay, today was strong, the XLK was the top 10 stocks for XLK. I have it right here, and I know what's up, you know. So that's detachments, multiple charts. Like I have a lot of stuff on this thing, stuff that you don't see on Robinhood. But yes, that's all I got for today. Look, nice final, Baba. I'll look to trade this. Nice find. I was looking at Chinese names today. I was telling Alfonso that there's a string of Chinese names for some reason, and I did not think of joining anything on Chinese today because I think JD It's also put in an uptrend already. It's been for a while, you know. It's already changed the downtrend and whatnot. But the only thing is that there's earnings coming up. So yeah, PDD is also a Chinese thing that's coming off of support, looking to trade above this. Oh, it's a resistance right here. Resistance right here. So yes, right here, right here. And I'll have to adjust them right or not. Set. Yes. So we'll see. I like Baidu and Baba. Baidu, it's really looking good. Really looking good. It's all right, guys. Yeah, it happens because you guys cut it. I did not join that trade, but I'll be looking at Chinese names soon. It's just that earnings are here. But yeah, thank you for joining Ando and Okami. I hope you guys can spread the word that you like the session or not. So they come. I know last week I still have personal issues actually, but trading helps, right? Distract you from other stuff, focus. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we make some good money. Some
Thank
banks are gonna
you.
be open. So
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
all
Or
right.
listen to you